Tonight, Atlanta's crime rates have become a hot topic in politics. It all started when former President Donald Trump made a comment during a recent rally here in Atlanta. So that sparked a quick response from city leaders here in Atlanta. And just this past week, Trump's campaign stood by their numbers and stood by their claim. So tonight, 11 Alive's Jennifer Bellamy is here with just the facts.
The back and forth began with Mr. Trump during a rally at Georgia State University on August 3rd.
Atlanta is like a killing field, and your governor ought to get off his and do something about it. Since I was president, aggravated assaults in Atlanta are up 17%. Murders are up massively.
Leading to this sharp rebuke from Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens on Instagram.
He told lies about Georgia State, told lies about the city of Atlanta, talking about our crime rate, said it's a killing field, etc. I mean, no stats. Atlanta, Georgia last year had the 4th highest drop in violent crime of any major city in the United States of America.
Then the Trump campaign fired back with an email blast alleging cities and battleground states were safer under President Trump. So the question, were fewer violent crimes reported in Atlanta during the Trump-Pence administration than the Biden-Harris administration? To verify, we turn to the FBI and Atlanta Police Department. Crime can be defined in a number of ways, but for this story, we looked at what's categorized as violent crime under the FBI's Uniform Crime Reporting Program. That's murder and non-negligent manslaughter, rape, robbery, and aggravated assault. We also looked at crime data Atlanta Police self-reported on its website during the Trump-Pence administration versus the Biden-Harris administration. Because we're only partially through 2024, we only looked at the first 32 weeks of each administration's final year for an even comparison. The data shows from 2017 to 2020, the last year Trump was in office, 348 murders were reported in Atlanta, along with 812 rapes, 3,946 robberies, and 7,132 aggravated assaults. Now look at the data from 2021 to 2024. It's true, more murders and aggravated assaults were reported. In fact, aggravated assaults went up nearly 39%, which is even more than Mr. Trump said. But rapes and robberies were both down. And when we tally the categories, there were a little more than 12,000 violent crimes reported from 2017 to 2020. And more than 13,000 from 2021 to 2024. So yes, we can verify fewer violent crimes were reported in Atlanta during the Trump-Pence administration than the Biden-Harris administration.
So at this point, folks, it's important to note that Atlanta's murders and aggravated assaults did peak in 2022. However, all 4 violent crimes were down in 2023. So when the mayor says that crime dropped in Atlanta last year, that's true. However, overall, Trump is correct that Atlanta has reported more violent crime in the time he left office.